Passing countless tests from God is no easy task. But yet Jon Jones has never failed a single one. Today, we're going to see how people like me and you can be honest, fair, and faithful people just like Jon Bones Jones. Step 1. The appearance. Before we can even begin to consume picograms and commit hit and runs, we must get the appearance of Johnny Blow Jones down. Like always, you're going to need to head to your local barbershop. However, this time you're going to need to ask them to push your hairline back at least 2 to 3 inches, depending on how big your forehead is, of course. Hopefully, if all goes well, you'll walk out of there looking like a 2014 version of LeBron James. Next, you're going to need to pay up a couple of bucks. Because hey, living the Johnny Bones lifestyle ain't cheap. What you'll have to buy is a 3D Doodler Create Plus pen set blue with extra ink from Toys R Us, and use that to tattoo your favorite country along with the amount of time you spend hiding from USADA under an octagon right across your chest. Oh, and on top of all this, you'll need to take that exact same pen, Google Chinese letters, print out the entire alphabet, put them all in a hat, pick 2 at random, and slap those right across your ribcage. Although, make sure you aren't sterilizing anything you use. We want to make sure that this ink is tainted. Trust me, it boosts performance. Finally, to complete the Jon Jones look, you will need to ensure that you maintain similar calf circumference to an ostrich and somehow get the wingspan of a fucking California condor. Don't ask me how, because I ain't got the slightest clue, but those are definitely essential to the Jon Jones look. Step 2, the habits. One of the key things to being Jon Jones is, quite frankly, the habits. If you think that replicating the habits of a multi-millionaire professional athlete, then you're definitely correct. The first habit you're going to want to implement is how Jon Jones prepares for big events. If you have an upcoming presentation, pitch, birthday, or show, make sure to get absolutely blackout drunk exactly a week before. That way, if you mess up, you have a perfectly valid excuse for doing so. Step 3. The behavior. Now for how you must act in order to be just like Jon Jones. Remember, you are a man of faith, just like Ted Bundy was. To illustrate this, I think it's best we go through a couple of hypothetical situations and see how somebody trying to be like Jon would react. First, imagine you are driving your brand new Bentley and so happen to get into an accident. Nobody is seriously hurt, but you notice that the lady you hit was pregnant and is now in distress. How do you react? Well, a man trying to replicate the faith and morals of Bones would never even think about the cars, damages, or any of the logistics. Instead, he would focus on what matters most: himself. He would evaluate the situation and run away as fast as possible. How about we go through one last example and wrap it all up? Imagine you're at home and have had 4 drinks. You're a little bit tipsy, but still want to talk to some homeless people. You could either A, call an Uber, B, go to sleep, or C, drive yourself. What would be the correct response? Well, for a man like Jon Jones, option C is clearly the best one. Having a care or a sense of caution for anything is something Jon would never do. Unless he's in an octagon, of course. But yeah, that's how to look and act like Jon Bones Jones, and I hope you enjoyed.